My son's question is therefore, how can I recondition my brain so that I can visualize being normal again, walking straight, standing on one foot to put on my socks, having precise movements? Thanks very much. Kind regards, Christine.
Hello everyone, welcome to this new video on Channel Pacific. Today I'm going to tell you how the law of attraction can be used specifically by anyone in daily life. For this, you don't have to be an experienced or skillful monk or a guru at all. Do not skip any part because every part of this video is worth your time. Stay tuned, and if you want, get yourself a pen and paper to note down the important points. We are going to explain the practical and useful way that can be used by everybody and everyone to manifest the life of their dreams. You've probably heard of the law of attraction and how some individuals have utilized it to make their dreams come true. It could appear daunting and complex, but today we're going to demystify it and show how easy it really is. Similar to how our brain can take in the objects in our environment, we can manifest the laws of attraction. You will be able to use this information to your advantage. You will be able to release the chemicals in your brain purposefully and see the change happen practically, starting with the philosophy of things and how they work for initiating the process of change and attraction, and finally leading to becoming the master of your reality.
Okay. Gosh, ataxias are involuntary for many people, involuntary movements or the lack of coordination of movement that goes along with it. Once again, first thing that I would do if it was my son, I would set him up at the official Coherence Healing Group. Those guys, again, just looking at some of their data, and they're getting really good at what they do, and they're helping a lot of people with all kinds of different health conditions. And so the first thing I would do is, and maybe one of my staff can help you with this, is to see if you can get your son to the remote Coherence Healing official group, the Coherence group. That would be a great start for him. And once again, that way he would be getting some help in addition to some of the things that I'm about to discuss. So this is, as you probably know, difficult for your son to be able to control his body and stay still. And so it's number one important to understand the concept called mental rehearsal. And really, we got to start reconstructing a new mind. And it's got to be small and simple. And in the beginning, he's got to be able to, when his body is in a minimal state, to be able to rehearse walking in his mind. He has to rehearse putting on his shoe in his mind on one foot and tying the laces without ever having any spasms or involuntary movements. He's got to practice getting down and slowing his brainwaves down and starting to self-regulate. He's got to start practicing feeling some elevated emotions, and he's got to start practicing understanding that those elevated emotions, if he truly can begin to feel them, are going to begin to produce significant changes in his body. And he's got to study the testimonials of people who have reversed ALS and reversed other MS and other chronic and serious health conditions that are somewhat similar, and Parkinson's, and just for him to see that in fact it is possible. And so mental rehearsal not only changes the brain and installs the hardware to create that level of mind, a mind that can walk normally, but also mental rehearsal changes the body, that has to, when he imagines himself doing something in rehearsal, he's got to add an emotional component to it. And he's got to feel empowered, and he's got to feel unlimited, and he's got to feel overjoyed, and he's got to keep knocking on that genetic door. He's got to feel the grace of being healed, what that would feel like. He's got to teach his body emotionally what that feels like. Doing that enough times then can literally downregulate certain genes and upregulate other genes. And so the best advice that I could give you is to bring them to a week-long event, because so much happens in a week-long, and so many miracles occur, and the days are long, but it's a full immersion. You're immersing yourself in the content and in the experience. And so shoot for the Coherence Healing official group. Do some mental rehearsal, read some of the stuff that I've written about it. Start rehearsing with emotion. You can change the brain and body to look like the experience has already happened. So it's just going to take repetition and practice, and learning how to change your brain waves, learning how to create a little bit more heart coherence in the times when the ataxic condition is minimized, and start from there. But if you can make it to a week long, that's what I'd recommend you do, or start with the progressive workshop and immerse yourself in the content. The information, though, is just information, and it's void of experience. And it takes a lot of effort to heal a health condition. And if you have several health conditions, it takes a lot to be able to heal several health conditions. But I will tell you that what I've seen with people with multiple health conditions, when one of them starts to change, they all start to change. And if you truly have noticed that you've had some changes to your health in the last recently, after 5 years, gosh, there's a woman that had cancer throughout her entire body for 7 years. She just never missed a day of doing the work, and tumors everywhere in her body, and after 7 years, she reversed the condition completely, and she wouldn't trade a day for that journey to get to the end. I do know that when we're wondering why we haven't healed, or if we actually can fully be healed, we're back to that old personality, separate from the outcome. And this is very difficult to explain to a person that faces a health condition, because it's really hard to think greater than how you feel, and especially if you're not feeling good. So that's why meditation is so essential, is that it's essential for us to get beyond our body and our environment and time, and create by thought alone, and so the person who's wondering if they can heal, or why hasn't it happened yet, or if it's even possible, has defaulted back to the old personality. The new personality would never think that way. And so there's nothing wrong with having doubt. We talked about that on this call. There's nothing wrong with learning all that information. I think that's all great, but how you live your life on a moment-to-moment basis, and who you are really determines your future. And it's a constant state of making the right conscious choices to not go unconscious. And so my recommendation to you is to work back into that emotional state of the person who is healed, and to remember that feeling every day. Only when we lose the feeling of our future, we return back to the feelings of our past, that we stop believing in that future, and we start believing in our past again, and that's a tough moment. But the meditations and all the information that you've learned is for you to assign meaning to to the meditation process, and to listen. We all struggle with this staying conscious in your day, staying aware in your day, staying present in your day, fighting those hardwired thoughts and those emotional states and those habituations. That's the work. And Callie, if you've noticed changes in your health condition, focus on that. Focus on those changes, and continue to focus on making changes within you in those thoughts, in those behaviors or habits, and those emotional states that cause us to forget that vision. And so healing is not a linear process. I've known that from my own personal experience. And there are some days that are great and some days that aren't, but you keep showing up and you keep applying yourself. And so I don't see anything. I don't see any reason why you couldn't possibly heal from all your health conditions if you're healing from some of them. It's a journey, and just stay conscious and remember that you can, and don't forget, and work every day to learn from the last. Where did I default? When did I default? What thought did I believe in that got me here? What am I going to do if I have another opportunity, if that thought comes up? Do I still want to keep feeling that feeling that's connected to that thought? I'm certain that feeling isn't good for my body. I'm certain of it, that it's lowering my body's energy, and literally is doing that. So is that loving to me? Okay, so good day today. I learned that. Tomorrow I'm going to work on this. And it's that process. It could be that simple, that you start believing that you can again, and when you do, you've quieted down all those circuits in your brain that tell you otherwise, and you've worked on settling the body down emotionally from that state, and gosh, that's when something else is born in you, so continue the process. Don't give up on you. If it's working, it's starting to work, then keep going, and the journey may not be straight, but you're on it. And if you have all that knowledge in there, keep practicing for yourself every day.
Let the facts soak in. Embrace this new knowledge and give yourself brain time to absorb it, so you can use it to improve yourself and achieve greater heights. You possess the capacity to succeed in life. Start with a minor adjustment. Keep in mind what it is you are altering and why you would want to change it. Develop the technique of changing it. Then it will come naturally to you, naturally applying the law of attraction. Allow the emotions to come in, allow the signals to generate fresh genetic data. Moreover, you will become the master. Let yourself be a part of the change. Your life will be more fulfilling the more your brain is wired and connected. Continue to improve the bonds between your body, soul, and mind. Become mindful of your surroundings. Remember to bring the change into your life. You already own all of the biological and neurological capabilities. You just need to have faith that you can use it to your fullest advantage. Set the necessary intention, then allow it to grow and manifest into your reality. Keep doing these things consistently and watch the magic happen. Lastly, remember to hit the bell icon button and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any updates from us or the most recent information about the law of attraction. To help your friends better grasp the idea of the law of attraction, like and share this video with them. Until next time, keep working towards your goals and keep focused with your good attitude. We'll see you in the next video.